In this video, I'm going to show you the difference between an assessment book a call funnel and a direct VSL book a call funnel. So that way you know exactly which one works best for you and your offer and how to set up your sales team to win in either model. Let's get into it. Let's start with the assessment call funnel. This is when you get someone to book a call by offering something that feels like value at first. This could be a free audit, onboarding, a bonus included with a front end purchase. Whatever it is, the lead thinks they're getting something additional for free before any kind of offer is on the table. This model works well for getting volume on the calendar because the barrier to book is so low. People will give up 30 to 60 minutes if they think they're getting something out of it or that's included with something they've already bought. The problem is the intent isn't clear when they actually get on the call. When someone books thinking they're getting a free onboarding and your closer jumps in trying to pitch a $10,000 offer in the same call, you're going to get a lot of sales resistance. And here's the important thing. That resistance isn't because they're a bad lead. It's because the intent coming into the call was completely different than what you initially said it was. Worst case scenario, this kills trust instantly. And obviously, once trust is gone in a sales call, you're going to have a really hard time closing. So if you're running an assessment model, you have to slow down the sales cycle. The one call close does not work consistently enough to build a reliable sales process around. What works well is a two call close. Call one, your closer's job is not to sell. Their job is to actually deliver on what was promised. Give them the audit, give them the onboarding, understand their situation, triage the call, and get the next one scheduled where you actually close. By that point, they've had a great experience. There's been congruency. The trust is built. Value's been demonstrated. The next natural step, so they don't feel like it was bait and switch. The mistake most people make is trying to run a one call close when it's not congruent with the intent of the call in the first place. To recap this model, you're likely to get a much higher booking conversion because a sales call or triage call is disguised as something else. The downsides are you usually have to lengthen the sales cycle to get the best conversion rate, and usually you'll get worse show-up rates, cancellation rates, conversion rates, DPL, because the intent wasn't clear and they don't take it as seriously and can tend to be confused since they thought they were booking for something else and not there to be sold. A direct VSL is when someone clearly understands the intent of the call and that it's to book to get some sort of additional help, support, to get a better result faster by working directly with you and your team in a much more intimate or high-level program. The psychology here is completely different. With this process, they already have an idea there's something more you have to offer them. So they're not surprised when your closer brings up a new offer. If anything, they may come in already interested and have questions around it because they watched a video about what else you can do to support them and offer them before they actually scheduled in. That's literally why they booked. The intent is higher, it's clearer and more direct. The main difference here is you run it like a traditional one call close and you can shorten the sales cycle dramatically. There will be much less confusion and you don't have to do a two call close anymore because there's no need to slow down the sales cycle and you can go straight into discovery. The downside is you may get a lower booking conversion because now you're not really trying to be fancy or trick anyone, and the majority of people booking are there because they're looking for more help and support. So to recap, you'll usually get a much better no-show rate, cancellation rate, DPL, conversion, and clear intent without a ton of confusion. The main downside is you may get less booked calls overall. But honestly, for being able to shorten the sales cycle, have less drop-off in between both calls, and get more cash collected, the profit can actually be better and take less time from your sales team. So the question becomes, which model is better for you? That's the wrong question. The right question is which model matches your offer and your funnel and how your sales team is built to sell. Because here's where most founders may get it wrong. They're running an assessment model, but they've trained their team to sell like it's a direct VSL, pushing for one call closes on leads who came in expecting a free onboarding and creating a ton of sales resistance, and then wondering why conversion rates are low and clients are getting frustrated. Or they're running a direct VSL and they're not optimized to close deals on the first call, creating unnecessary drop off in the sales cycle. The model you run determines how your team needs to sell. If you have an assessment funnel, your closers need to be trained on how to triage the lead based on the promises in the VSL and then transition to the close after. If you run a direct VSL funnel, your closers need to be efficient, have a good pre-call process to prepare leads, run a tight discovery, handle objections, and close on one call. Now, if you want my honest opinion, I would say direct VSL does work better. You avoid a lot of confusion and frustration from prospects. Your closers can be way more efficient with their time. And usually the fact that you get better show up rates, cancellation rates, conversion rates, DPL, and are able to shorten the sales cycle can make up for your loss in booking conversion. If you're running a sales team and you want to make sure your sales process is dialed in for the funnel that you're running, feel free to reach out. We've worked across every type of funnel and offer you can imagine, and we're happy to see if we can help. If you found this video valuable, make sure you subscribe because I'll be putting content out regularly on what's actually working in high ticket sales and scaling sales teams right now.